Hello and welcome back. We're going through the C section of my record collection now. And the first one we're going to be looking at is the first Joe Cocker album, his first solo album with a bunch of Bob Dylan songs on it. Great LP. And we've got a second LP with Jimmy Page on it and Chris Stanton, Steve Winwood. Great album. Here's a one of here, the Caravels. This one I found at a Goodwill shop. Turns out there are a couple of secretaries that put an album out on Smash label, and this album's worth like 60 bucks. I think I paid $1 for it. And it's got one catchy tune on it. You Don't Have to Be My Baby to Cry, which is the hit. One hit wonder type thing. Chamber Brothers, this is the psychedelic cover. Great rock and roll and soul here. Here's a Creedence Clearwater Revival twofer. This has got Cosmos Factory on it and Pendulum, I think it is, yeah. Twofer. Bayou Country by Creedence again. Green River. This is probably the first album I ever bought when I was a teenager. Great rock and roll bayou type music, swamp music. And we got King Biscuit Boy here, a little bit of blues and harp. The Cowsills, The Rain, the Park, and Other Things was the hit on that one. What we got here? We got J.J. Cale, Naturally. Another J.J. Cale one. It's kind of hard to see that one. Here we got some Dave Clark 5. This is another one of the Capital T 6000 series, made in Canada only. Dave Clark 5. Another Dave Clark 5. And again another one, Bits and Pieces. These are strictly only Canadian releases, so probably don't see too many of these around. This is one of their later releases of the Dave Clark 5, the greatest hits on Starline, Capitol. And another one of those Canadian releases. This is all their hits on it, Bits and Pieces. Glad All Over. Another great album here. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Deja Vu. Crosby, Stills and Nash, their greatest hits. No, this isn't the greatest hits. This is, I think, one of their first solo albums as a group. Replayer by Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Canned Heat. Bullfrog Blues on this one. Chubby Checker, Let's Twist Again. This is a trifecta of blues players here. We got Robert Cray, Albert Collins, and Johnny Copeland. Some good blues on this. Here's the Carpenters, Ticket to Ride. This is the second cover for this album. The first cover is very hard to find. British band China Crisis. Another China Crisis one. What's the name of this one? What Price Paradise. Kind of like those guys. There's a Montreal band called Contraction or Contraction. Uh, don't know too much about them. It's kind of a blues jazz type of music. They made two versions of this album, one in French and one in English. This is the English one. Got some Eric Clapton here. This is a live double album. Timepieces. Kind of the greatest hits thing. Of course, Slow Hand. Here's Clapton and Jeff Beck and Jimmy Page on one album. I don't know if they're all playing together, but this is a compilation put together of some of their older stuff. Eric Clapton and the Yardbirds on the Springboard label. Sam Cooke, his greatest hits. And here's a Chicago album. I'm not sure, this is the second or third. I don't know, they made like 30 or 40 albums, these guys, so these are the early ones. Second or third. This is, I know, the first one. Chicago Transit Authority. Is that upside down? No, that's the right way. There you go. And then we got Chicago. This is kind of a greatest hits thing, one of the old, newer ones. Double album. And here's one you don't see too often. It's a band called Cactus. Carmen Appice, Tim Bogert, Rusty Day, and Jim McCarty made a couple of albums, but this is the first one. And still looking for a better copy than this. This one's pretty rough, but some good rock and blues on this thing. Well, thanks very much for listening. Bye-bye.